Karen.
There's a hand about 9.
All right, let's call this meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is the state of the city, as well as an introduction to the commission, if you haven't already figured that out, and the rest of the staff that we have here today. We'll start off. I'm obviously Keith Capizzi, the mayor. We've got Jeremy Hutchison, he's the vice mayor. We got Skip Williams, commissioner. We got Carolyn Willis, commissioner. And we're still waiting on Joshua Jackson, but he should be here tonight as well, a newly appointed commissioner.
Elected.
Elected by us, for sure, yes. Let's go into some of the staff, recognition of the staff. So we've got Wayne Caragino, the city manager. We got Patricia Draycott, CFO, and the assistant to the city manager. Okay, she's not here. Karen Grooms, city clerk. Randy Stevenson's development services director. I don't think I saw him here. Ryan Duckworth, fire chief. He's over there. Kevin Perez, IT director. Cindy DePina, human resources director. She's one of our newest staff.
There's Randy.
Oh, there's Randy. Wave to the crowd, Randy. He's development services. Wes Mullins, the inner police chief. Laird McLean, leisure services director. Robert Torres, public works director. Jared Francis, city engineer. All right. And Brad Kelso, water reclamation director.
What about Becky?
Oh, it's not on here, but yes. Becky, our city attorney, our beloved city attorney, she is definitely very helpful to us as well. All right, so we're going to do a fiscal year 2023 recap. And, you got it, okay. This is new to me, I'm not used to this. All right, so the city clerk and finance. The city clerk processed 162 agenda and packets for 2023. She processed over 370 public records requests, generated 40 sets of minutes, and the finance staff proceeded with 8,168 payroll checks for employees and benefits, 2,445 accounts payable checks, 365 journal entries, 125 sewer credit applications, 5,327 deposits, 248 capital fixed assets added, and the parking program moved almost completely to the mobile app system. This eliminates the need to replace the payment kiosk, which cost over $6,000 per unit. And in addition, the mobile app payment provides an electronic receipt of payment, which the kiosk did not. There was 14,775 parking citations issued, 8,261 parking citations paid, 3,168,219 in parking revenue, that's non-CRA, and $646,669 for the parking garage revenue. I know some of you guys will say the app that we have been having some problems with the app, and obviously we'd like to try to make that work more seamless. This is all a work in progress, for all of us. So I have heard some of your complaints, and it is duly noted on the parking app.
Mayor, you missed the part about
In 2023, we sold 5,655 parking permits.
I thought I said that, but I may have missed that. So 5,665 permits sold, which is pretty good considering we have about 11,350 residents. All right, so development services and our 2024 projections. So our various projects in motion, we've got the SURF, the construction phase. So obviously all you guys know, that's the building on the right. That's the one that's been in, it's been in works for a little while now, but it is getting closer. That's the one right in between First Street and Minuteman on A1A. The Drift, the planned development phase. So we're still working on that. That is the one off of 520, I believe, right? So the 520, they call that the Gateway Project. That's when you come into Cocoa Beach from 520 on the left. For some of you old timers, you'll know that was the old Gatsby's Emporium. And then they're going to be using all that property all the way up to the diner.
No, it was the Carnival Club.
The Carnival Club? All right. And Westgate Resorts at the Cocoa Beach Pier. There's a developer agreement between the county is in progress. So that one, obviously, at the pier, they're proposing a parking garage and hotel there as well. They're having a problem with easement so that you can get emergency services or beach renourishment vehicles through to the beach. So they're trying to work on the logistics of that to just try to make sure it goes through. The Westin Hotel and Resort, they're still in the demolition phase, but that's still moving forward. That's obviously the old Holiday Inn. And as you see, they're coming close to the completion of the demolition. The new City Hall, we're in construction phase. We've already started pouring some of the pillars, and we've done the elevator shaft as well. So that's underway. We're hoping to have that done and ready to move into in about a year. And then the Stina, which is the old glass bank site. That'll probably be coming up to commission here in the next meeting or two or a few to see if they can get that approved. All right, for development services, we've got working with a third party to identify and register short-term rentals. We are incorporating the GIS into OpenGov for permitting. I forgot the acronym meaning, but it was like
Geographic Information System.
Geographical Information System, which is basically like a satellite view type of system where we can see, and it's easier for doing permitting, so we can see the property, we can assess what's going on. So we won't have to go out there and assess it as closely. We can do our pre-site plans with that easier. Comprehensive plan revisions to comply with state law. And we're updating and standardizing the beach business agreements. Can somebody get me some water?
Aaron? Is that really water?
No, I'll wait for somebody to get me some. And in 2023, we had 2,468 permits issued. We've got 5,144 inspections done and $681,155 revenue collected. And I guess we have this app now with OpenGov permitting. I'm not familiar with it because this is not really my forte, but I don't know if Randy, if you wanted to elaborate on anything else beyond what I did, you're more than welcome to come up here.
Thank you, Mayor Commissioner. Yeah, OpenGov is just an electronic permitting. We were worse than attorneys' firms at generating paper, let's put it that way, and we have to store that paper and so forth. This can all be done from someone's office, an architect or an engineer's office, submit to us. We can respond back to them. OpenGov allows us to keep a permit totally together, our responses, their submittals. Weston, just to give you an idea of the capability of the system, has about 6,000 drawings, about 1,500 drawings in the system and about 6,000 pages of specifications. So it's fairly robust system for us to do in permitting. Yeah.
Can I ask a question to Randy?
Go ahead.
When you were talking incorporating GIS into the open government permitting, there's geographical information system, and the may or may not sound like it's basically a satellite view, which you can get from Brevard County, but it actually shows where the utilities run on the property. So somebody that's doing a plan can see, oh, I'm building on top of this sewer main, I'm building on top of these power lines, I'm building on top of this.
Commissioner, we can show a lot of things on there, not just utilities, but permits. The goal is to try to get everything that is applicable to a site, an address, whether it's a permit, whether it's utilities, all together.
Utilities are included in the GIS.
Absolutely they are, yes.
Which is very important, besides just a bird's eye view of what the property looks like.
It's important for us because, as you know, some of the older parts of town, we have a lot of prescriptive easements. People may not even realize, it won't show up in a survey, it's a prescriptive easement. There's a sewer line, we have some that run right behind people's houses in their backyard, and there's no easement. So it's good for us to know that.
Yeah.
And good for us to be able to convey that information to the owner as well, or prospective
Right,
buyer.
and that's what we get with that incorporating the GIS.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. So in the 2023 fire, added 6 new firefighters. That's 2 per shift, utilizing the SAFER grant. We now have minimum staffing of 3 on all engine companies. So some of you don't know, before we didn't have adequate staff to do that. We ran a lot of times with 2. It's not always the safest thing, and that also helps with our rating, which also would help in keeping your insureds down as well. We've achieved clarification or certification by the USLA, United States Life Saving Association, as an open water advanced lifeguard agency. We've obtained the AHA certification for CPR, so we can now certify employees and citizens in CPR. We added additional part-time fire inspectors, a additional fire inspector. We set an engine for the strike team to Mayo. We sent an engine for the strike team to Mayo, Florida, to help with the recovery period. And we completed county-wide training at the International Palms Resort. That's maybe some of you guys were aware of that. I guess before they tore it down, they went in there and they were able to do some training that they wouldn't normally be able to do with a building with a real, they could be more rough and tough or whatever they had to do without having to worry about messing up somebody's facility. So that was a really good thing that they were able to do there. Their departments from Cape Canaveral, Satellite Beach, Brevard County, Patrick, Space Force Base, Melbourne, and Titusville all participated in that, which is very cool. And I don't know if Chief Duckworth, if you have anything extra you would want to add to that, you're welcome to at this time.
I think we covered most of it. 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 I think Hi, everybody. Ryan Duckworth, Fire Chief. There's a lot of internal things going on. I think one of the greatest tasks that was completed this year was our CPSM, or our review, our self-assessment to find out what was going well, what wasn't, where needs were needed, and what we could do to make it better. So the efficiency is increasing, and Deputy Chief Grimes is assigning critical tasks with all parts of our department and public safety to individual fire officers and firefighters to distribute the ownership of what we're doing in this department to help build for the future officers, future chiefs. So it's been a very comprehensive year, and it's probably the best. It's a dream team. So I'm very, very happy. And our Citizens Academy, I got to show them some stuff. So it's still, Deputy Chief Grimes is still to go with all the ropes and tech rescue. I think they got a kick out of that, and like answering lots of questions for him. So it's been great.
Thank you. Is there anything this year that stuck out as a major win or a recap that maybe we didn't cover?
I believe one of the greatest things we have is the open advanced water that Matthew Scales, one of our firefighters, headed up. And I mentioned it before, but there's departments from all over the country, even the world, calling about this class that they want him to build. That's how important this is. And we've identified all these different threats in the water, knowing that we are surrounded by it, and the capabilities, as well as a donation from the Endless Summer Foundation. We just got a new jet ski they donated to us with a rescue board. It's really awesome. So our community partners are going well, and it's just been a great year. It's not easy, but it's been good. It's been
Awesome.
very, very
Was
good.
that
Sir.
the Endless Summer Foundation that donated it, or was
Ground
it
Zero.
Ground Zero?
Oh, I think was it Drone Zero?
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, just they work with them this summer.
Okay. So yeah,
It's
Drone
a
Zero. working on
combination.
this.
I just don't want to lose credit.
No, absolutely. That's what they do, because that's a very valuable thing. We keep two of the teams based or basically ready to go at all times with the jet skis and the ATVs, as you know. And it's come a long way from the days when I started. There's a lot of pros on there, so it's been very, very. And they're also Swiftwater certified. So if it happens to float like that, or we get anything that's protracted in the water, let's say a car, a vehicle, a boat overturned, a ship listing, they have specialized training, which helps a lot. So good stuff. Good stuff for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, on to information technology. So we've increased awareness about phishing attacks and cybersecurity best practices. During our random testing, our phish phone rate has decreased dramatically. We've implemented training programs as well as secure password manager to enhance the overall cyber hygiene of the organization. I might as well be reading Japanese to me, because I am not techie at all. We restructured the network to accommodate the move of City Hall to the Public Works and Water Reclamation Facility. We've implemented a robust VPN solution to make sure our mobile workforce is secure on any network and anywhere they go. We successfully migrated the ERP and phone systems to the cloud. This allows for greater flexibility for users and resilience to natural disasters. Kevin, if you have anything extra you want to add to that, you're more than welcome as well. If not, we're good.
Okay, nothing to add.
Okay, awesome.
So, talking about the phone system, city manager, when are we going to make it so that when the citizens call City Hall, that they don't have to sit on the phone for close to 2 minutes listening for all the options on what number to push to get somewhere?
IT? I would say on the second call, they probably know what number to push by then. They could eliminate that.
Yeah, I mean, people call and they're like, what the heck is this? I can't get no more real people?
We can arrange that. however you like. We thought that during the time that was the most efficient way to do it, but.
Well, yeah, and then you push the button and you end up with voicemail. So
in
you
some
actually
circumstances-
you wasted two minutes waiting to figure out which button to push. You push the button and you get voicemail.
Yeah, it's a possibility, if they're not at their desk, if that's who you tried to reach, but, we can discuss other ways if you guys would like to rearrange how the phone system.
Well, I guess I'm kind of old school, but I mean, you usually call, somebody answers the phone, what department you want to talk to? And, okay, I'll transfer you.
Skip, I think this might be a better discussion with the city manager when, I understand your concern, but probably.
Well,
not.
I hear the complaints.
We
Oh,
all do too, so.
I can't even get through.
This is something that we
I have
can,
to call people on their cell phones to get to anybody.
this is something we can discuss with the city manager and he can implement what he feels necessary. But the concerns of the citizens have definitely been heard, as you see, and we will take care of that.
This doesn't seem very customer friendly.
Duly noted. All right, leisure services. Thank you very much. Okay, aquatic center. We purchased 2 new heaters or chillers to be used year-round. We did some upgrades to both the inside and the outside of the building. New landscaping in front of the aquatic center. We upgraded the slide feature. And the skate park, we updated and repaired the interior of the building. Hopefully, we'll get the actual skate park fixed here soon as well. We have had that on the budget for about a year now, but we're having a problem with vendors that will actually come out and do the job, from what I understand. As we said, this is Laird's department with leisure services. I don't know, Laird, if you have anything to add to that, you're welcome to speak. If not, we'll move on.
I'm good.
Okay. And plus, I assume all you guys have already had a lot of the ins and outs of this during your Citizens Academy so far. And you'll all have a chance for public comment after the presentation as well. All right, we got tennis courts, 4 rebuilt courts at the tennis facility. We've got the pro shop renovation, which if you haven't noticed, they're doing a good job out here. They've already started replacing a lot of the lights as you come in. Those have all been changed. You noticed before the globes were falling over and there was a lot of spider webs and stuff up there. That's actually just been taken care of. The lights around the porch, the interior, flooring, painting on the walls. So lots being done, and we're still moving forward with even more changes on that. New sod around the building itself, irrigation. So we're wanting to make this country club more like an actual country club. So we got the golf pro shop renovations. We changed the POS system from server-based to cloud-based. We converted 9 tee boxes to Pasalum grass. I don't know exactly how to say that. Paspalum. Recreation center interior upgrades. And for parks, we've got multi-purpose courts at Ramp Road and Cameron Berkeley Park. And pickleball, tennis, and basketball can be played on all these courts. And I've been in talks with somebody too that wants to donate 2 to 4 pickleball courts in the city as well. So I am working on that with the city manager, and we'll see if we can try to make that happen as well. So I know a lot of people are getting into pickleball these days, but we heard your concerns on that as well. All right, moving on to police. Conducted countywide narcotics investigations with local, state, and federal agencies. We added 3 telecommunications officer positions. Purchased a 20-foot Blazer Marine Patrol vessel. We implemented large-scale, digital-only case management system. We spearheaded the creation of a county-wide police records management consortium. And I don't know if you have anything extra you want to add to that, but you're welcome.
No, sir, Mayor, I think we're good. No, you have something for me, Commissioner?
You're so polite not to walk in front of the crowd. When it says added 3 telecommunication office positions,
Yes, sir.
just to explain that those weren't just we replaced 3 people that left. We're actually trying to reduce the stress and the workload on those folks. So if somebody falls out sick, that people aren't working 12, 16-hour shifts, and people can have time to go to training and go on vacation, and you're not, I think that was the reason. Is that correct?
That is exactly correct, Commissioner. We had, our minimum staffing up there is 2, and they do police, fire, non-emergency, and they help the Brevard County transport as well. And especially during spring break and summertime, they have no time to do anything up there. So adding an extra body up there for each shift will give us 3, hopefully, once we're fully staffed on each shift. And that will, that will certainly enhance all of our capabilities for police and fire and our emergency response.
And if somebody's out for some reason, you don't have one poor person up there with 3 phones ringing and 2 radios going, trying to keep up.
That's correct. We don't want that. They have to have a break up there at some point, and they were working several 18-hour shifts up there at one point in time before the commission gave us those positions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
I just want to fill that blank in.
Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, the 2023 recap of Public Works. So we did roadway paving and replacement projects on North Brevard Avenue from 4th Street North to Minuteman Causeway, South Brevard Avenue sidewalk replacement, A1A pedestrian crossing, Little League baseball field renovations, golf course driving range light poles, Ramp Road tennis court lights, the 0 to 99 channel marker replacement project, one of my favorites, Palm Lane and 13th Street South beach access, and fleet management software purchased. Is there anything you wanted to add to that, Bob?
Well, the pictures pretty much speak for themselves. Just a couple of comments. City engineer Jared Francis has engaged one of our consultants. We'll be designing 2 ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act crossovers, one at Fisher Park and the other one at Osceola Lane. That's underway now. And there's no picture of the fleet management software that will help us schedule our maintenance for our better schedule our maintenance of our fleet and track our costs better. So that's what that's about.
Thank you. Yeah, we had some public comment on ADA crosswalks, and again, your concerns were heard, and we try to accommodate when we can. All right, stormwater and environmental. Bahama Boulevard seawall replacement. We completed the city's first living shoreline project involving oysters, native plants, and native plants at McNabb Living Shoreline. Pool pavilion, kayak docks. We did technical memorandums, conceptual designs completed on important stormwater improvement projects. Ramp Road Park southwest and parking improvements. Is that what that means, southwest?
Stormwater.
Or stormwater, sorry. Ramp Road Park stormwater and parking improvements. Cedar, Woodland, Brevard, First and Second Street North flooding evaluation. And we purchased advanced SW 8000 street sweeper.
So, city manager, does that say that we're no longer gonna be paying a vendor to do street sweeping? We're gonna actually do it ourselves?
No, what they bought was a small scale street sweeper that they can get, I believe it's gonna be used at the end of Minuteman. In the parking garage and areas where the actual street sweeper can't access.
Okay,
It just makes our maintenance easier.
thank you.
All right, you want to add anything else to the stormwater, or are we good with that?
No, sir, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, a water reclamation recap for 2023. We started lining the sewer pipes throughout the city, throughout the Florida Commerce Mitigation Grant. We did 52,000 linear feet of gravity sewer pipe that has been rehabilitated. We completed the golf course outfall modification project as part of our FDEP permit requirements. We completed the lift station number 17 generator installation through FEMA grant funds, and we replaced 3 turbo blowers for the wastewater treatment process. And we designed a biosolids project constructed to kick off in 2024. You want to add anything else to that, or you're good, Brad?
Good, sir.
All right.
That's pretty sexy stuff, Brad. You sure you don't wanna say something?
Great track.
All right, going forward. So looking ahead, we've got the City Hall construction is underway. We've got more paving of the city streets. We've got more environmental programs to protect the lagoon and the advancement of the community paramedic program. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming up. I'm not the smartest person in the room. I can admit that. I know a lot about a little, or know a little about a lot. But that's why we have all these professionals in this room to help us make educated decisions and keep this city running forward. I really want to thank Wayne for taking charge and keeping the rest of the city on task. And I think that concludes it. As far as if you guys have any questions or concerns, you're welcome. I'm going to start with, I've got one from Janice Scott here, but if you do want to say something, just keep in mind, per Robert's Rules of Order, we're going to keep it at 3 minutes, but you're welcome to state your piece. And Janice, you can kick this off if you'd like. State your name and your address, and you have 3 minutes. You don't have to fill out a form either. You can raise your hand and I'll call on you. So this is a formal way to do it, but we don't have to be that formal.
Janice Scott, Cocoa Beach. First of all, I wanted to thank the mayor and the city commission for taking such a great interest in the budget this year and finding ways to manage the money and just not look for ways to spend more and tax more. I have one request, and that would be that you buy Commissioner Williams, who's on microphone, so that when he sits back, he doesn't not only talk into the microphone, but he leans back in his chair and puts his hand over his face, so we really can't hear you very well, Commissioner Williams. I say that with all respect. And I wanted to let you all know that the meeting at the library that you all were invited to participate in on March 23rd has been canceled. So the city attorney doesn't have to worry about the sunshine and so forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janice. Any other public comments or concerns? Step right up.
Hi, I'm Mike Johnson here, 108 Surf Drive, Cocoa Beach. Haven't been in town for a while, so I'm glad to see you guys. I'd like to talk about the personnel crossing that went in right by Surf Drive. I think it's wonderful. Unfortunately, there's still several people that don't even know it's there. You still see families running across the road a half a block away from it. I don't know what to do with those guys, but what they did was as soon as you push that button, the light turns yellow and then turns red, and you can cross, and it takes all of 15 seconds. As opposed to some of these other crossings. Another one, intersections around town, I can't even see to the left pulling out of Surf Drive because the vegetation has grown up so much. My intersection isn't the only one. When you pull out of Publix on the north side, you can't see anything on the left side of the road because the vegetation's so high. So, it'd be cool if you guys the city would drive through these areas and just see if vegetation can be trimmed so people can see. The third one, regarding the criminal that was defrauding senior citizens in our neighborhood, I was really impressed that the city of Cocoa Beach actually tracked that money and they found him and arrested him. What really got me upset was when Orange County gave him away. They turned him loose. There's got to be some repercussions to this. I see the city of Cocoa Beach being number one. You asked for him to be held. They didn't hold him. They turned him loose. I would sure like to see the city of Cocoa Beach bring up a suit against Orange County and hold them accountable. If I held a criminal in my house and kept him from you, I'd be a criminal also. The city of Orange County, or the city of Orlando and Orange County, did a criminal act. And nobody ever holds these people accountable. We are in a perfect position because our officers did a wonderful job to go after those people and hold them accountable. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can I comment on one of the things Mike said?
I will allow it.
Thank you, sir. Mayor. Oh, I gotta use the microphone now. Can you hear me now? He mentioned that, on the Banana River Square Publix, when you pull out of that mid plaza, road back onto A1A, and you can't turn left from there. At least the sign says that. I see plenty of people blocking traffic, waiting to turn left, even though it says no left turn. But it's true that you're looking to the north to see cars coming to the south so you can pull out, and there is a hedge there. But my bigger concern is when I look to the north and I realize that I got a break in the traffic, is you got to watch the electric bikes, coming from the south to the north on that sidewalk, because they'll just blow right through that gap. So, whatever the hedge requirement is, you need to just, I think they keep those pretty well trimmed. I mean, I can still see over it in a Toyota Camry, but, can't let those kind of things get out of hand and put people in blind spots, not only for vehicular traffic, but for those 35-mile-an-hour sidewalk riding electric bike people.
All right, any other public comment?
Mic drop.
All right, well,